Hey friends, it's Ashley and today I'm here to share a new layout with you for Hip Kit Club. I'm using the March 2019 kits for this layout, and I'm also working with one of the cut files. There are some free cut files just for everybody to download on the Hip Kit Club website, and there are also subscribers to the kits that get special cut files. I'll leave a link to the one I used in the description box below so you can check that out. All you have to do is create a free account on the Hip Kit Club website and you can have access to those every month. So the one I'm using is a camera cut file, and this is designed by Kim Watson, and it has of course the aperture opening in the center of the camera, and I just had to use that for my photo. And I always like to have a white border around my photos. It's just something that I've always done. It kind of aggravates me if it ends up being a layout for some reason that I don't have a white border around my photo. So for this one, I just cut a circle. I just measured one in Silhouette Studio that would fit inside the circle of the camera. And I cut that from just white photo paper, and then did the same thing with my photo and just cut it in a circle to fit in that space. So I liked the way that that worked perfectly right there in the center with that photo. And you can see now I'm just working on backing this with some pattern papers. All of my pattern papers that I picked from the kit are actually Crepe Paper Sunny Days. There's also a mix of some Heidi Swap papers, the Color Fresh collection, but I chose to go with all of the Crepe Paper ones for this because I really wanted those pattern papers to coordinate perfectly for this layout, so that is why I did that. I'm just trimming away any of that excess pieces. And I'm also going to do this kind of turquoise teal color paper. I chose like the pink and the teal because it actually picks up the colors of the kids' clothes in my photo. A lot of times I will change my photo to a black and white photo, but this time I kept it color, and I really like how it pulls those colors from the picture. So I'm just going to back the rest of this section here. This is the main section, and then I'll do the rest of that off camera to finish up getting all of the cut file backed. And I did decide I wanted the little push button right there to be different, so I cut just a pink piece right there to go on that part before I added the other large part of the camera right here. So I'm just going to get that one in place and get it lined up, and then you can see some of the other papers there on the right hand side that I'm going to use for backing the rest of the camera. And once I finish that up, I'll be back to put the layout together. So now I've got everything done, and I want the camera popped up. So I'm going to add some foam behind it, and I'm just going to cut a big piece here. This is a pretty simple shape once you have the camera fully backed. So this is easy to add some of the dimensional foam behind it. So I'm just going to trim that away, and it doesn't matter what color it is because it's going to be behind your cut file, so you're not going to see it. You just want to make sure that you don't have it overlapping past any of the edges there. And I want to make sure I get all of those little pieces at the top where kind of the buttons are and everything, so nothing droops down once I have it adhered to the background. And then I just put a good bit of my adhesive on there, and then I'm going to place that right in the center of the floral. And so I like that design. I wanted it to be kind of the center of the layout, having the camera there. And so that's why I went in the center, and then I'm going to build kind of the rest of the layout around it. These are some alpha thickers that go along with the Crepe Paper Sunny Day collection, and they are called Happy Day. They're in the main kit for March, and I'm going to use them to spell out the words Vacay Snapshot. This picture was actually taken in San Antonio at the Riverwalk. The kids were looking over one of the little bridges that are there, and they have a boat tour that goes around the Riverwalk that you can do, and it just kind of takes you all through so you can see all the shops and buildings, and they give you some information, kind of like just a history of it and things like that. And so I thought that was really cute with both of the kids overlooking the bridge, and there's one of the boats in the background. And we did do the tour, but this was before we did the tour, so that was why I wanted to do this picture. Now I'm going to work on some of the other embellishments. Those hearts are an exclusive. These stickers are an exclusive, and the die cut pack or the ephemera pack is also an exclusive. So there are a lot of exclusives in the March kit. They are very pretty, and they coordinate really well with the crepe paper and Heidi Swap papers and products that are in the kit this month. So I'm going to go through the ephemera pack and see what I want to add. I wanted some more florals, and so there are a lot of those in the ephemera pack, and also some cute little phrases, and I felt like I needed something under my title, so I chose the one that says "Life is great when we are together," which was kind of perfect for my photo. So it fit perfectly in that spot, and it went along with the photo, so I liked that. And I'm just going to work on some clustering here. These are just some, like I said, florals from the ephemera pack. They're just kind of some leaf shapes. Some of them have some gold foiling, and then some of them are just colored. So I want to kind of create several of those around the camera. The thicker pack here with the Sunny Days crepe paper collection also has kind of some puffy epoxy stickers. I usually always add adhesive to the back of these because they are kind of notorious for not sticking. They like to slip off your paper. I usually hang my layouts on the back of my wall behind my desk, and I have found embellishments on the floor from crepe paper before where they just eventually don't like to stick anymore. So I do suggest using some liquid adhesive behind those. And I am looking for a floral to go right there on that on the right hand side of the photo. Like I said, I like to have balance on my layouts and kind of creating clusters in visual triangles or just in a balanced way, and so that's what I'm doing here. And I liked the pops of color on that floral. It kind of brings in a darker pink, and then the leaves kind of match the floral frame going around the background paper. So I really liked the look of that there on the side of the camera. And there are some tiny little flowers also in the ephemera pack, and I add that there. And once I finish the layout on camera, there are a couple of things I do off camera. One of those things is I add 2 more of those little pink flowers. I felt like I just needed to have the symmetry of 3 of those because I love to do things in 3s on my layouts. And I wanted to create something at the top there for balance also, so I'm using some more of those epoxy thickers from crepe paper, and I'm adding, of course, my liquid adhesive there. And I'm just using one of the hearts too. I had a bigger heart up there, but I felt it was too big with the word there, so I decided to go with one of the smaller ones. And I like that I can mix the hearts from this exclusive pack that's included in the kit with the ones that are on the crepe paper sheet, so they all go together really well. And I wanted to add my date there at the bottom, and once I did that, I decided I needed another flower cluster at the top left, so that's what I'm going to do really quick. I did cut some of these pieces with the leaves just because they were kind of large, so I saved those to use in other places. You can stick those back on the sheet. You don't have to throw them away, and usually you can find somewhere to add that kind of stuff, just little bits and pieces here and there. And then I'm just going to add that flower, and I do add another flower there to that cluster, and then one to the bottom. That's where I put those little other pink flowers, and you will see that on the finished layout here coming up. And I also have some close-ups, and like I said, I will leave links to the March kit for you and to where you can find those cut files. Don't forget that you can set up a free account on the Hip Kit Club website to have access to those. I hope you enjoyed watching my video today. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to become a new subscriber. And if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you next time.